Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joey the Veiled Cottage Witch, and this is another episode of my series, One Card in 4 Decks. Today we are working on the Two of Cups, and if you're just joining me, we are going through the tarot deck, suit by suit, and we are looking at the symbology, the numerology, and the metaphors of each card and how we can find it in other decks. This is mainly to help you either graduate from the Rider-Waite Smith imagery onto other more artistic decks, more complicated decks, or decks that just show different imagery. So we can bring that imagery out so you can better understand it. Or if you're just not into the imagery of the Rider-Waite, this is a way to where you can understand what those decks are trying to get across to you. So if that sounds good to you, then stick around and here we go. So the sponsored crystal for today is the rhodochrosite. This crystal is so beautiful and lovely, and it brings the colors of pink and black together. Pink gives love and beauty, and black absorbs negativity. And so I thought that this would be a beautiful crystal to bring out for the meaning of the Two of Cups. So let's go ahead, dive right in to this beautiful card. I'm always excited when the Two of Cups comes in a reading, especially in a reading for relationships, because let's face it, that's what cups are all about, right? That's what we talked about in the Ace of Cups. It's all about the heart, all about matters with the heart and relationships and emotions. And when this card comes up, I get very happy for whoever is the questioner or the querent, and they're asking, how is my relationship? So when this card comes up, we see two people, and we see that they are exchanging cups. But here, you have a sip of mine and I'll have a sip of yours. That shows trust right there. And then we have the caduceus symbol, which is a symbol of communication, but it's also a symbol of healing. And it's a symbol of very many things, but it's also a symbol of the yin and yang, the masculine and feminine principles coming together. And then we see a winged lion head. So we see in the background a nice little house on top of a hill. This to me looks like a promise of what is ahead for them if they keep this partnership. So I love this symbology. You know, this lion is a symbol of Leo, which is a symbol of fire, of passion, of courage, right? And the wings are angelic. So this is a symbol of peace, a symbol of blessing. So we have an exchange, we have a binding agreement, right? Here, and then a promise of a future for these two. So this is a lovely card to get in any kind of relationship reading, in any kind of business reading. You know, it's just, yes, you're doing the right thing. In any kind of, excuse me, I'm grabbing a drink. In any kind of dealings, even if it's for the self, it means, yeah, you're doing what your higher self or what your inner self is being presented with. So today we have as our next card the Prisma Visions deck. So let's see what's going on there. Well, we have a lovely scene here. Looks like a nice romantic getaway. There are two people, a man and a woman. Looks like they're sipping wine or water, and they're in a lovely pool. Lots of reeds. Looks like they're in private. And then we have the lovely imagery of these two trees coming together. I like the symbology of the two trees because it reminds me of the symbology of the yin and yang snakes, the caduceus here. Lovely inner imagery. This is, and I'll say this because I didn't say it here, this is as above, so below. There's an agreement coming together up here. There's an agreement coming together down here. So we can see the coming together and the coming together. This is a lovely scenery. We know that they are coming together here and they're coming together here. Very simple. Like I said in past videos in this series, that symbology does not need to be overcomplicated in order to get the point across. And that is why I chose this deck from the Prisma Visions, because it's not overcomplicated. I get it, you know. This may be more of a romantic contract agreement, but still the point is there, right? So let's look at the Uncommon Tarot and see what they have. Well, look at our lion right down here. It's resting right here below them. One is holding their cup here. One is holding their cup close to them. And they are looking off to the future. There are beautiful roses all around them, symbolizing maybe, since it's pink, representing friendship, because I was always told pink roses represent friendship. So I love this. They're looking for the future. Even though they're not exchanging cups, you still get that they're sitting really close to each other, and they're both looking out into the future saying, okay, we've got our lion's blessing. We're sitting and looking into the future. And even though this one's holding her cup close and this one's toasting to the future, you still get that there is trust. You still get that they're being blessed and looking to the future. So this is beautiful. I love this image, and I love that big kitty down at their feet. Lovely imagery, simple, not complicated. Beautiful binding contract, looking into the future, and trust. Lovely. And let's look at the Wildwood Tarot. So here, look at this. What trust do we have here? Look at this. They're both wearing masks. You have, instead of a lion, you have actual fire and then a heart. So the heart is on fire. This is the passion, right? This is symbolic of the passion. And then in their hands, they are pouring water into their cups. This, in their hands, are joined. So this almost looks like a ceremony, like a binding friendship, ceremonially. So we know the Druids loved their ceremony, loved their rituals. So this looks like some sort of celebration of love. It doesn't look like a hand fasting because their hands aren't being tied. But I love the heart being on fire right in between these two, and the water being poured right into the vessels, as it is two of vessels. And look at the keyword here, attraction. So this would probably be a ritual of initial attraction, initial getting together before the hand fasting. So this might be a courting ritual being done, you know, and I love that. They cannot see what each other looks like. So that takes a lot of trust, does it not? Right? You can't see what each other looks like, yet you're making the agreement, you're making the contract binding anyway. Lots and lots of trust here. Lots and lots of trust. So I thought this was a perfect card to represent our Two of Cups here. So that is the Two of Cups in the Rider-Waite version, the Prisma Visions, the Uncommon Tarot, and the Wildwood Tarot. So now it's your turn. What do you think about your cards? Go through your cards and tell me in the comments what you see in your decks, and if it's different than the Rider-Waite or my interpretation of any of these cards. Tell me what you see. You can always go to my website to book a reading, a service, or browse my herbal products. Make sure you enter the code word, all caps, veiled, at checkout to get free shipping on all my herbal products. And with that, I think this is going to be a really short one. We will be doing the Three of Cups next, which is such a good, fun card. So make sure to hit subscribe so that you can be notified if you'd like to see that video. And the cups are a fun one. I enjoy that suit probably the most. So stay tuned for that. Hit like and share if you enjoyed this. And most of all, live your best life and live for yourself. And I'll see you on the next one.